This is one of the most powerful Nesiv Shaloms, because as we get closer to the fire, we get closer to the Kedusha, we get closer to Slichus and Rosh Hashanah and then Aseret Yimei Tshuva and Yom Kippur. It's very uncomfortable if you're not a tzaddik and you have issues in your relationship with Hashem and your spirituality. It gets very uncomfortable, and we just want to really sometimes just pull the covers over our heads and just check out or run away and get out. To the person, to the heart that knows the bitterness of his soul, umatzavei hashafel, and his low spiritual situation. It's so hard. It's so hard to come into Rosh Hashanah to forget all the past, all the mistakes, all the sin, and to just walk into Rosh Hashanah so I'm ready to be Mamlech Hashem on the world, and I'm going to connect to Hashem, I'm going to be Mavat on myself to Hashem. It's really hard to get so close to that high level of spirituality, and to be Mamlech and to be Mamlech Hashem, that he should be the sovereign king on my entire being. It's very hard after you had a year which you were not exactly the biggest tzaddik. And a lot of us feel this way. And listen to this beautiful mashal. There's a mashal that he brings down, that there was a soldier. And they gave this soldier a tremendous thing. They said, the king is going to come to our city. You could be the first one to greet him. Go out, 5 miles out, and you're going to be that first station. You put in the thing into the ground, station, welcome to the king. And when the king is going to be coming, you're going to be the one to greet him. So it's fantastic. It's the biggest covet in the world. Then he's out there. He goes out and he's waiting. And it's boiling hot. It's 100 degrees. And he's there for an hour, for 2, for 5. And he's just boiling, schwitzing. He's all wet. And the king is delayed. So he decides, you know what? He sees right over here, right next to that little place, is a little spring. So what does he do? Takes off all his clothing, goes into the spring to just rinse himself off so he can come out and he can be fresh in front of the king. But unfortunately, Pisoim, suddenly, when he was arum, when he was not wearing any clothing, all of a sudden the king appears. And he's b'mavuka gedola. He's just like, well, what am I supposed to do? What should I do? On the one hand, I want to go out. I want to greet the king. On the other hand, I'm so embarrassed. I can't just go out. I'm not wearing any clothing. I just want to take a deep breath and go underwater and stay as long as I can. The king will eventually say, oh, I guess there's a flag here. And it says, welcome, but there's nobody here. And he'll move on. But on the other hand, how can I do that? How can I miss this opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity, to get close to the king and to be close to have that covet of welcoming the king? I don't know what to do. Mevuka gedola. He's in a terrible, terrible distress. What would you do? What would you do? The king's there with his carriage and with hundreds or thousands of soldiers around him. And you're the one, you want to greet him, you really want to, but you feel horrible, you feel like you're not worthy. Not only you're not dressed nicely, but you're naked of any kind of value. You have nothing. This soldier was machlit, ki lo yitachin b'shum oifen shelo yikablu es pnei hamelech. There's no way that I can't be makabel pnei hamelech. The namoid lekabel panov. He got out, dripping wet, and he stood. Attention. Now, what would you do if you were the king? Hamelech shehirgish mikol mashes chaylul az beliboy. Oid hinik loy ois yistainus. The king realized that this guy had a really difficult decision to make. It would have been much easier for him, for his covet, to just run away, to say, oops, I missed the king, I missed my opportunity, not to be embarrassed. But he chose to come and to stand here before me and to be embarrassed in front of the whole Pamalia, all the people along with the king. You know what that means? That means that he really loves me. That means that he really wants to be close to me. He was willing to lose out because of me, and the king gave him a golden medal. A medal. I don't know where he pinned it, but he gave him a medal. K'moichein, says the Nesiv Shalom. Ish Yehudi, a Yid, kishabayim hayomim akdoshim u'moitzin osek shu orim ba'artiloi mikol. When the Yom HaKadoshim, the holy days come, and we feel that we're naked and we're empty, and we say, how could I stand before Hashem? How can I walk in proud? Zeh tafkidoi. This is our tafkid. This is our purpose. Lahargish chayvus hayoyim. To feel the chayv of the day, the duty of the day. Ulisyatzev b'fanav, and to stand before Hashem. b'fanav Yisbarach, in front of Hashem, k'moi shehu, the way you are, lamroi shehu arim, in spite of the fact that you're naked, v'yitzapa l'rachim yishamayim, and to hope for rachim yishamayim, for mercy from Hashem, sheyiskabel be'ahava, that He should accept you be'ahava, He should accept you with love. He'll know, and He knows how hard it is for you to show up, but He's going to realize that you made the effort for Him. You made the effort to come, to show up, to be there. And that's the tafkid of the day. Not to let our past spiritual difficulties, deficiencies, losses, struggles, problems, arguments get in the way of the tafkid of the day of the hamlacha of Hashem, that He is the King of the world. That is the simlei chata Hashem Elokeinu meher levadacha. That's the purpose of the day. And today to come to show up no matter what. The worse that you are during the day, the more Hashem knows how hard it is for you to show up and to really daven and really connect. And therefore He will reward you even more.